Friends, let me start off by saying how wonderful it is to be seen, be anywhere, see a crowd of people. This is the first wedding that I have been to in almost 2 years. So thank you for getting married and thank you for inviting me. Most of you know that we, the bride and groom, are members of the Baha'i faith. But I want to just take a minute to explain to you what the Baha'i faith stands for and the ceremony that you are going to now witness. We Baha'is believe in the oneness of mankind. And one of the strongest pillars of the oneness of mankind is a family. And the family starts with marriage. There are very few requirements to a Baha'i wedding, really. But the most important requirement to a Baha'i wedding is independent investigation, which essentially says that these two found each other. Nobody connected them. There was no parents getting involved and setting them up. They met each other. They investigated each other's character, and they decided they wished to get married. After they made the decision to get married, they asked their parents' consent. And parental consent is important in the Baha'i faith because it brings two sets of parents together. We are expanding the unity. The unity is not just the bride and the groom, but the unity is wider. And this is really a very wide unity. It spans several continents, really. So once they have done that, they exchange a simple vow. There is no one officiating at their wedding. There is no one pronouncing them man and wife. They do that themselves. They asked me to come up and introduce their wedding, and I'm doing this on behalf of the local spiritual assembly of the Baha'is of Austin, which is responsible for this wedding. They exchange a simple vow. We will verily abide by the will of God. Once they have both said this, they are married. That's the only requirement in the Baha'i faith, the exchange of those vows. But then every wedding, Baha'i wedding you go to, has its own individual characteristics. They pick out readings, they pick out writings, they pick out song. And this is the Persian wedding. Don't be surprised if they don't break out into dancing after the wedding is over. You watch. We will all verily abide by the will of God. What does that mean? It means that they have been brought together as a couple by divine will. That the progress of the marriage, the blossoming of the marriage, is when they are working in accordance to the divine will. The unity between this couple is not just coming together physically, but it is a spiritual union, blessed by our faith, blessed to where we pray for them that their wedding, their marriage will prosper. Let me read to you this one quote. The Baha'i teachings do not only encourage marital life, considering it the natural and normal way of existence for every sane, healthy, and social conscious and responsible person, but raise marriage to the status of divine institution. So what they're doing here is creating a new divine institution. Its chief and sacred purpose being the perpetuation of the human race, which is the very flower of the entire creation, and its elevation to the true station destined for it by man. So, dear friends, we are here as friends of the couple, as friends of the family, to pray for them, wish them well, and encourage them to live their life according to the will of God, because the prosperity of this marriage, the growth of this marriage depends on that. In this day and age, that goal that they must work on together is the achievement of the oneness of mankind. We truly believe that. I want to end this by reading to you a prayer from the sacred writings, Baha'i sacred writings for marriage. O my Lord, make these two bright orbs are wedded in thy love, conjoined in servitude to thy holy threshold, united in ministering to thy cause. Make thou this marriage to be as threading lights of thine abounding grace. O my Lord, the all-merciful, the luminous rays of thy bestowals. O thou the beneficent, the ever-giving, that there may branch out from this great tree boughs that will grow green and flourishing through the gifts that rain down from thy clouds of grace. Verily, thou art the generous. Verily, thou art the almighty. Verily, thou art the compassionate, the all-merciful. That prayer comes from the local spiritual assembly of the Baha'is of Austin, who have asked that I thank you and wish you well on behalf of the assembly.
Thank you.
Oh, friend, in the garden of thy heart, plant not but the rose of love, and from the nightingale of affection and desire, loosen not thy hold. Oh, friend, in the garden of thy heart, plant not but the rose of love, and from the nightingale of affection and desire, loosen not thy hold. Treasure the companionship of the righteous, and issue all fellowship with the ungodly. Oh, friend, in the garden of thy heart, plant on but the rose of love. And from the nightingale of affection and desire, loosen not thy hold. Treasure the companionship of the righteous, and issue fellowship with the ungodly. Oh, friend, oh, friend, oh, friend, oh, friend.
الها معبودا از تو هم به تو آمدم، قلبم را به نور معرفتت منیر فرما. توی آن مقتدری که قدرت عالم و امم از اقتدارت باز نداشت. از یک شاق از نیر کرمت دریاهای کرم ظاهر، و از یک تجلی از نیر جودت عالم وجود موجود. ای پروردگار، آنچه لایق ایامت است عکس نما، و آنچه قابل است عطا فرما. توی آن بخشنده‌ای که بخششت محدود به حدود نه. عباد توییم، تو را می جوییم و از تو می طلبیم. توی فضال و توی بخشنده.
Next, we'll do a prayer.
Құдайға шүкір, таң сағат еңер. Шын түгімді өзіме ұлы ұрған. oğlum menen özüңө kызмат кылып сыйынган кызың, өз мелиңдин баанасына жүз көрүшүп, өзүңдүн асылыңыздын айкөл ниетиңдин шарапатына баш кошуп, өз бийлигиң турганда 2 жашка жардам бер. Өзүңдүн ырыскыңдан, өзүңдүн жыргалыңдан 2 жашка инчи бол. Айланайын жараткан өз дүйнөң, өз бийлигиңде камтып, өзүңдүн кучагына алып, өзүңдүн кызмат кылууңа экөөнүн ынтымагын бекемдеп, аларды сенин дүйнөңдө, сенин ысымыңдан бир белгиси болууга рахим эт. Бул дүйнөдө жана болочок дүйнөдө соолбой турган шыбага берип, өз канатыңда калкала. О жараткан, алар сенин кайрымыңдын доорун сүрүшүн тилейт, сенин жеке билигиңе чакырат. Акыйкатта алар сенин васыятыңа баш ийүүгө дилгир. Күн соңуна чейин аларды ынтымакта, биримдикте жашатып, бирге өмүр сүрүүсүн өрнөгү кыл. Чындыгында жараткан кудуреттүү, бардыгына жетимдүү, бардыгынан бийлеген бир өзүңсүң. Ату Баха.
It's always beautiful to hear prayers in different languages, as we're so accustomed to our own language all the time. Thank you. That was in Kyrgyz, by the way.
He is the bestower, the bounteous. Praise be to God, the ancient, the ever-abiding, the changeless, the eternal, he who hath testified in his own being that verily he is the one, the single, the untrammeled, the exalted. We bear witness that verily there is no God but him, acknowledging his oneness, confessing his singleness. He hath ever dwelt in unapproachable heights, in the summits of his loftiness, sanctified from the mention of aught save himself, free from the description of aught but him. And when he desired to manifest grace and beneficence to man, and to set the world in order, he revealed observances and created laws. Among them, he established the law of marriage, made it a fortress for well-being and salvation, and enjoined it upon us in that which was sent down out of the heaven of sanctity, in his most holy book. He saith, great is his glory. Enter into wedlock, O people, that ye may bring forth one who will make mention of me amid my servants. This is my bidding unto you. Hold fast to it as an assistance to yourselves. Baha'u'llah.
Слава Тебе, о Господи мой Боже! Воистину сей слуга Твой и сия служанка Твоя встретились по сене милосердия Твоего и соединяются по благосклонности Твоей великодушной. О Господи, помоги им все в мире Твоем и Твоем царстве и определи для них все доброе через щедрость Твою и благодать Твою. О Господи, утверди их во власти Твоей и помоги им в служении Тебе. Позволь им стать знаками имени Твоего в мире Твоем и защити их дарами Твоими, что не иссякнут в мире сем и в мире грядущем. О Господи, о царстве милосердия Твоего молят они, и о царстве единственности Твоей взывают. Воистину, в послушании заповеди Твоей сочетаются они. Сделай их знаменем согласия и единства до конца времен. Воистину, Ты всемогущий, вездесущий, всевластный.
Glory be unto thee, O my God. Verily this thy servant and this thy maidservant have gathered under the shadow of thy mercy, and they are united through thy favor and generosity. O Lord, assist them in this thy world and thy kingdom, and destine for them every good through thy bounty and grace. O Lord, confirm them in thy servitude, and assist them in thy service. Suffer them to become the signs of thy name in thy world, and protect them through thy bestowals, which are inexhaustible in this world and the world to come. O Lord, they are supplicating the kingdom of thy mercifulness and invoking the realm of thy singleness. Verily, they are married in obedience to thy command. Cause them to become the signs of harmony and unity until the end of time. Verily, thou art the omnipotent, the omnipresent, and the almighty. Abdu'l-Baha.
At this moment, the bride and groom will say the sacred vows in the Baha'i faith that Ajit has explained. It's just one line that both the bride and the groom have to say. Sorry, I didn't mean to not speak into the mic. But they'll be saying the vows at this moment, and then I'll let them do the rest.
We will all verily abide by the will of God.
We will all verily abide by the will of God.
Well, thank you all for coming. I would like to thank my family members, friends from all over who came and helped to make this gathering possible. But tonight is about my lovely wife, Aizada, and I have something written here that I'd like to read out loud. My dearest Aizada Jan, no words can describe what I am feeling at this moment. How wonderful it is to feel loved. It is absolutely divine. Tonight, God's love and blessings are abundantly evident to me. The fact that God brought us together is sufficient proof. Despite the challenges posed by a worldwide pandemic, He opened the way for us to become united. When all the doors seemed closed, He left one open for us to meet. He put your hand in mine for a reason, to live our lives in a spiritual as well as physical unity, to help each other grow spiritually and be examples of harmony. I so look forward to living the rest of my life with you, my beautiful Kyrgyz flower. You are my soulmate and my lifelong companion. Thank you for joining me in this journey. Thank you. Thank God for you.
What a power is love. It is the most wonderful, the greatest of all living powers. Abdul Baha. My dear Sohail Jan, I'm immensely grateful to God to have found my soulmate that I had been searching and praying for a long time. You have opened my heart to a beautiful and pure love that has been created between us. I've never realized that I could love anyone as much as I love you. Your wonderful fusion and the unity of the best Western and Eastern cultures. I admire your sensitive and romantic spirit, loving, sincere, and caring heart, your scientific and rational mind, your profound spiritual ideals that are expressed in your daily practical life. I adore your sense of humor, your love for children and nature like birds, plants, animals. I promise to cherish our love and strengthen our union, to be faithful in words and in deeds, to be a caring and loving wife and friend. I promise to be with you all the time in my thoughts, heart, spirit, in happy and challenging moments. I love you from all my heart. I will love you always throughout the worlds of God. Sincerely yours, your wife, Aizada.
Salamasınlar hurmatlı Amerikalı budağlar, Sohail, Aizada kızım. Birinciden sizlerden bugünkü ötüp жатқан үйлөнүү тоюңар менен кызуу куттуктайм.
Здравствуйте, уважаемые Айзада и Соhail. Я от души поздравляю вас с сегодняшним праздником, сегодняшним торжеством, который создает праздник жизни.
Бүгүнкү тоюңарды куттуктоо менен келечекте Америкада бактылуу үй бүлө куруп бала чакан болуп аман эсен жашооңорду менен аман болууңарды деймин. Жер бетинде тынчтык болсун. Менин кызым алыска Америка менен Кыргызстанды момунтип бириктирип бир тууган кылып отурат. Мына ушул Sohail менен Aizadaga uzun ömür, çın денсаулык каалап, бергежеги бала бакчасы туугандары менен аман эсен болушун каалайбыз. Кыргызстандан ысык салам айтам.
Еще раз приветствую вас с солнечного Казахстана. И Sohail, Aizada, еще раз поздравляю от души вас с этим торжеством. Вы издалека, в Дальней Америке, создаете семью, которая должна быть Я прошу Всевышнего благочестивой семьи, радости, благополучия в вашей семье. И благодаря вашему союзу мы становимся родными. Дай Всевышний вам всех благ, благочестивой жизни, добра, долголетия, здоровья, и чтобы наш союз, родственный союз, всегда был благословенен на этой земле.
Kırgızstan'dan kalan kımbatlı menin baldarım Sohail, Aizada bugünkü ülpet toyuңар kutlu olsun. Kudayım silerge ынтымақ bersin, денсаулық bersin, ömür bersin, rızkı bersin. Oçoğuңардан ot ketpey, жылуулuk ardayım çaçırap dursun. Ата-энеңер силер менен бирге болуп, узун өмүрлүү сүрсүн. Денсаулыктары чың болуп, силердин рахатыңарды көрүп, аман эсен жүрө берсин. Силерге бүгүн даңгыр жол, үй-бүлөлүк бакыт каалайм, аман эсен болгула. Силер биякта, биз биякта аман эсен болуп, денсаулыгыбыз чың болуп, силердин рахатыңарды көрүп, эл аталар жакшы жүрө берели. Аман болгула балдарым, денсаулыкта болгула, жакшы тургула. Свадьбаңар жакшы өтсүн, денсаулыгыңар чың болуп, маанайыңар жарык болсун ар дайым, күлкү кетпесин, аман эсен болгула.
Уважаемый Sohail, Aizada, я от души поздравляю вас с сегодняшним праздником, сегодняшним торжеством. Пусть это будет началом вашей новой истории, семейной истории. Я желаю, чтобы ваша семья была крепкой, дружной. Желаю вашей семье взаимопонимания, благополучия. Я также желаю вашим родителям, Sohail, чтобы они всегда радовались вашему семейному благополучию, чтобы они жили долго, счастливо, чтобы они могли радоваться счастьем своих детей. Желаю также, чтобы наше благополучие и ваше благополучие всегда могло взаимодействовать. Желаю, чтобы очаг, тепло от вашего очага всегда распространялось всем вашим близким, родным. Желаю, чтобы ваш семейный очаг всегда горел и излучал добро и тепло.
And we wish that the fire of love would burn forever.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the patience through that. That was awesome. But, I find it amazing that we can speak to someone thousands of miles away at the same time. But it's still amazing with technology. I'm going to ask Sohail and our parents to come up here and say a few words, if you don't mind. It's going to be in Farsi, and we'll go from there.
از خداوند بزرگ آرزو میکنم که به سلامتی تا پایان عمرشون زندگی بسیار با محبت و همراه با صمیمیت کامل داشته باشیم و آرزو میکنم که برای همه جوانان در زندگی خودشون دوام داشته باشند و هرگز غم و ناراحتی در وجودشون پیدا نشه.
Congratulations to both of you and wish you the best all over your life. I hope both of them be together, be always like the first to start it with love, and I don't know, really, I wish you and the best all over your life, together and with your two kids, my Emilia and my Casper, and the kids you are bringing it in your time and your life. Thank you so much, Bibi. Love you so much.
My brother told me to translate that, but my mom did a pretty good job, so I'm just not going to do that part. I want to ask my aunt to come up here and say a closing prayer.
ای پروردگار این عقد الفتی که بربستیم پاینده دار و این بنده و کنیز را ارتباطی روحانی و جسمانی بند این اختران را شکون فراوان ده و این ازدواج را سبب ابتهاج فرما بر روحانیت هر دو بیفزا و نورانیت بخش تا هر دو در نهایت راستی و حقیقت پرستی به عبودیت آستان مقدست موفق گردند. جز تو نخواهند و جز تو نجویند و جز ذکر تو نگویند. سرگشته کوی توند و آشفته روی تو، توی عزیز و مهربان و توی بخشنده و منان انت الموفق المؤید الكریم الرحیم
Thank you all very much. I just wanted to ask Ajit and Martha to please step up. We're just going to sign the marriage certificate. I just wanted to seal the deal before she changes her mind. Give us a few minutes for the formalities, and then we'll get going.